Good morning. This is Ron Brown. It is August 22nd, 2022. It's 11 in the morning. We're having a really poor market day. I want to show you something that you can do with HCSI that you probably can't do with any other program. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. But first, I want to use my standard risk disclaimer. Any stock, index, or ETF mentioned in this presentation is not a recommendation to buy or sell. All trading strategies are used at your own risk. If you're not a member of HCSI, you can try it out for 30 days by going to the website. Just click on this link. Or I should say, type it into your browser. highgrowthstock.com should find a link to the trial. Here's what the market currently looks like. The NASDAQ futures are down 2.2%, $291. And here's the comp. It's down 260. You can see the gap down today. Go to this chart here. It's gapped all the way down, and it's sitting on the 100-day moving average. It never did get up to the 200-day, but it's resting on the 100-day moving average. I'm going to go back to the NQ. Let's just take a look at the, look at the ES. You can see volume. It's pretty hard to tell about the volume right now, but what I can do is I can bring a chart up here. I'll look at the QQQ. And then I will switch to a different chart. And I can tell that the volume for the QQQ, even with this gap down, is running well below normal, and it's giving us another no supply as sign of strength. It doesn't look very strong, does it? Because it's trading at 22.16% of its daily range. Okay, I just want to give you a feel for what the market's doing, but here's what I really want to show you. I want to go into my tools. I've got the stocks updating in the background. I'm going to rebuild my user SmartGroups. I'm just using my basic filters and SmartGroups for this. You can see how quickly it did that. Now I'm going down to my instant watch list, and I'm going to click on the first folder. These are stocks that have the fan up. Should be momentum stocks. And you can see that every one of these stocks are up today, and the intraday range is 80 and above. I've just sorted on the intraday range. Let's just take a look at a few of these stocks. If you just go to this window here, make sure it turns blue. You can just click by hitting your down arrow on the keyboard, and you can see that every one of these stocks look pretty decent today out of the 16. Now let's go to the next one. That's the same criteria, but $75 max. These are pullback stocks, 13 of them. You can see that they're not all up, but several of them are trading towards their daily high. And you can see here's a low volume test on this stock. Once again, I'll just flip through these these are pullback, remember? Okay. The next one, well, let's go here. It's easier to see. Okay, these are pullback near the 50. If I bring this first chart up, you can see they pulled back near the 50. So these are low volume entries, or low risk entries, I should say, on a very bad day. And here's a group of stocks that are setting up after a pullback. The fan is up. That's a buyout. Let's go down here to my number 4 chart. several buyouts have right here, but here you can see these last two. Here's an accumulation day and a buy point with a crossover today on a weekday. Same thing on that one, another buyout. Those buyouts are eliminated from the database eventually when the deals finally culminate. Here's a setup and a buy. Here's a shipping stock that is setting up still. You can see several accumulation days. And let's just go down here. These are the ones that crossed over during a 2-day window. Most of them are up. My point is that with these smart groups, user smart groups, being updated with thinkorswim, even on really terrible days, you can find stocks that are going up, that are going against the trend. Very powerful feature. I'm going to end this video here. I want to make it very short. There are other things, other scans in here that give us a good look at potential buys also. But these are under my instant watch list, intraday bullish. Thanks for listening.